In the year 1970, a 28-year-old nursing student was given a birthday gift, a Raggedy Ann doll. Decades prior, in 1904, a young boy was also gifted a doll, a present from his grandfather who had purchased it overseas. Both dolls were given names, both were given space in their owners' homes, and one more thing that they had in common. Both dolls turned out to be haunted. Tonight, on the Dreary Midnight podcast, we are going to talk about Annabelle and Robert the doll.
Intro music.
Intro music.
Okay, I just want to say it's like almost 4 p.m. about 4 p.m. on a Monday, and the lighting's all spooky, and now I got spooked out.
You got spooked out from the intro.
Yeah, listen, there are a few things that I cannot do, and haunted dolls is one of them.
Okay, so you want to talk about that? Why didn't you like haunted dolls?
I think it's just sort of an uncanny valley type of thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's it.
Yeah. No, I mean, haunted dolls is definitely a thing. I mean, it's a trope. Child's Play
Yeah.
exists.
Yeah.
You
the
know.
movie, not, but also like the concept. But
Yeah.
I think you're referring to the movie.
I'm talking about Chucky, yeah.
Yeah.
And then there's that.
Do you know if Chucky was inspired by either of these?
I think he could have been inspired by Robert, just because Robert came. I mean, yeah, Robert came like significantly before.
Yeah.
But I don't know specifically. I mean, like haunted dolls are a thing. I think there's also a Twilight Zone episode with the haunted doll, right?
I know there's watch a ton of Twilight Zone, so
what's it called? The puppet, the ventriloquist dummy.
I
that one is one of the most
yeah.
iconic Twilight episodes, and it also features like a supernatural doll-like entity.
Yeah, so the only Twilight Zone episode I remember seeing is, I think, when in like an English or creative writing class or something, as a sort of example of dramatic irony. Actually, two, but the one that I was thinking of is when it's a guy who loves to read, and then the end of the world happens, and he has all the time to read all of the books, and then his glasses break.
Yeah.
And then the other one that I remember seeing was like there's a killer on the loose, and everyone's nervous, and follows this one person, and at the very end she gets she tells her husband, like, I was really, really nervous, so I called the guy to get the locks changed. And then guy calls home and said, hey, is the lock guy already there? And she's like, yeah, why? She's like, be very careful. Try and get him out. Turns out the serial killer is the guy is like a locksmith.
Oh my, I haven't seen that episode.
I think it was Twilight Zone. I don't actually remember. If anyone does remember, send us an email.
Yeah.
drearymidnightpodcast@gmail.com.
I have not seen like every Twilight episode, but
Twilight Zone
episode. I haven't seen
Twilight
every Twilight
episodes for a very different thing.
Okay.
Listen, episode 4 or 5 of Twilight, whichever one, I haven't actually seen the full movie for, but everything I've heard, having the battle, was fan service. I boycotted that movie because I was so mad there wasn't an actual battle.
Oh,
listen, if you're gonna foreshadow an actual battle, people expect at least one punch to be thrown.
But they don't want Carlisle to die.
No, they don't want Carlisle.
So in that sense, it was a good thing that it was.
Well, okay, so here's the thing. That was all fan service. Because, yeah, Lisa, the 14-year-old that read that for the first time, and listen, she does the slow build very, very well. Mm-hmm. And then you get to the climax, and surprise, Alice comes back, and everybody's fine, and no punches are thrown. And that was my first visceral experience with major book disappointment.
What was worse, that or reading The Hobbit and realizing that Bilbo gets knocked out before the actual final battle, and then we have to just hear about it later?
Listen, at least you get to hear about the battle.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah. But yeah, no, I will forever argue that having that is fan service, because you don't having a thought argument between mind readers
Oh
is
my
not
God.
when one of them is not the perspective
Also,
character.
to everyone else, they're just standing
Yeah.
around.
Yeah. No, Bella's half consumed with that's my kid and I gotta like protect everybody. But like in between the protect everybody, it's like, why can't we see what's going on right now?
Yeah, seriously.
Anyway, so haunted dolls.
Haunted dolls. Okay. So I was going to originally only do Annabelle and then save Robert for later. But both stories are very short. So I figured we could just combine them into one. And if there's ever any other haunted dolls
that you want us to cover,
let us know. But
send us an email, drearymidnightpodcast@gmail.com.
These are the two most iconic ones that I think of when I think of haunted dolls.
Yeah.
Obviously, Annabelle has her own movie franchise now.
We couldn't do an entire episode on the Warrens and how side-eye they are.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway, so Annabelle. The year is 1970.
1970.
Yes, 70.
Yeah.
I've seen some sources say 71, but most sources say 1970.
Okay.
So that's a young woman. Her name is Donna.
Okay.
She is a nursing student, and she's just or like a young nurse. I think it was a nursing student. She just celebrated her 20th birthday, and her mother gives her a doll. She gave her a Raggedy Ann doll, just a basic Raggedy Ann doll that she had found at a secondhand store. See, when I was younger, I was like, why would you give your 28-year-old daughter, a Raggedy Ann doll? Maybe it was some sort of inside joke they had, or maybe...
Does she collect dolls?
No, I mean, as far as I know, that was the only doll. That's what I'm saying. Maybe it was like you know how sometimes like your mom gives you a present that you had when you were a kid or something, and I'm assuming it was something like that.
Okay.
But anyway, she gives her Raggedy Ann doll, and Donna's like, cool with it. She keeps it in her house, in her apartment. So Donna also lives with a roommate named Angie, and Angie is also a nursing student. So they are out of the house a lot. They're out of the apartment a lot, which is fine. At first, everything's normal. And then they start to notice that the doll isn't always where they left it. So one night, Donna comes home. She sees the doll sitting on her bed, but she hadn't left her doll sitting on her bed. She had left it elsewhere. Sometimes she'd find the doll sitting on the couch with the legs crossed and the arms folded. Okay. Kind of like it's waiting for her to come home. You know, like when your mom is waiting for you to come home from your date.
I can picture it, yeah.
And there was even one instance where Donna went into the kitchen and found the doll standing upright.
Like of its own volition? And not like leaning up against something?
No.
Huh. Like in the middle of the kitchen floor.
So for anyone who doesn't know what a Raggedy Ann doll is, it is literally made of fabric.
It's it's a style of doll that does not necessarily have its own structure.
Yeah. It's like a scarecrow type doll.
Yeah. Like I grew up with like Barbies and American Girl dolls, and both of those I would believe more that could stand up, but Raggedy Ann is
I think that's kind of the shame about the Annabelle movie doll, is that it's a porcelain doll, which yes, they are a certain type of creepy, but to me there's something almost more creepy about just
something that should not have that internal structure.
Exactly.
Actually having that internal structure.
Exactly. Like if I'm seeing a porcelain doll standing in the middle of the room, I'm thinking maybe somebody put it there. Yeah. If I'm seeing a cloth doll standing in the middle of the room, I'm thinking, oh my God, something is moving it.
Yeah.
Or like because, it is moving.
Yeah, with like a porcelain doll, I could believe that somebody super glued the doll's feet down or something.
Yeah.
Because there's enough of that internal structure to make me believe it. But,
exactly.
Yeah.
So at this point, Angie's boyfriend, Lou, has been like, okay, I do not like this doll. I do not trust this doll. You have to at least call like a medium or something to tell you what is up with this doll. Angie and Donna, for some reason, do not do that. They're like, there's rational explanation. You know, maybe it's like the wind. Maybe it's like people are like one of us is moving it around, and you know.
I mean, they're both sciencey people, and so you have to like. I think with that you have to like logic out all the explanations before you can get, or all the earthly explanations before you can
Exactly.
get to
If you're
anything else.
not used to, if you're not even one to ever entertain the possibility of ghosts, then of course you're going to kind of try to get every explanation before that.
Yeah. Yeah.
At the same time, personally, I wouldn't wait that long, you know?
But also they're nurses, so like
Yeah.
that's a busy life.
Maybe it's like how we procrastinate doing doctor's appointments or something.
Yeah.
Or at least I do. I don't want to project that onto you.
Listen, I have found a great system in which I found a doctor that will say, "All right, Zen, do you want to schedule your physical for next year already?" And I'm like, "Okay."
Yeah, actually that's really smart.
Yeah.
So the ladies tried to brush it off. And then they started getting handwritten notes. They would find these handwritten notes, and they were written in pencil, in like a childlike writing, but they were written on parchment paper that nobody in the house owned.
That's sus.
Yeah, so we don't even know where this paper came from. And the note said, "Help us."
That's suspicious.
It is suspicious.
That's weird.
And then one night, Donna came home and saw that the doll had a mysterious red liquid that looked like blood on its hands and chest.
That's suspicious.
Yeah, that's suspicious.
Weird.
And that was kind of the final straw. Finally, they called a medium to try to figure out what's up with this doll.
Okay.
So they consulted a medium. The medium performed a seance.
Okay.
And the medium told them that before the apartment complex that they lived in had been built, there was a field. And on that field, there was a little girl who had died named Annabelle Higgins.
Okay.
She was 6 years old, and they had found her body. And Annabelle was now possessing the doll and trusted Donna and Angie and wanted to stay with them. So
what's the blood situation?
This is the only information that's on the internet. If you were in that situation, what would you do?
So this is all the information I have, that this fabric-looking thing stood of its own volition, and then a different day had a blood-like substance on its person.
But it's a little girl, and it wants to be
Okay,
with you.
I just want to restate the facts real quick. So this is the information I have, and then I find out that it's some spirit of a 6-year-old that likes me.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm a nurse.
Mm-hmm.
Or a nursing student or nurse?
I've seen both nursing student and nurse.
Okay. Medical field of some variety.
Mm-hmm. But I mean, I'm guessing if nurse, it's like a new nurse, you know?
Okay. Still, medical field of some variety.
Mm-hmm.
I'm thinking that if I've gotten to a point where I'm asking the non-science questions, that I'm gonna ask this medium to try and help this kid move along to wherever the kid's spirit's gotta be, and then burn the doll.
Oh. Well, that's not what they did. They decided to just keep the doll.
Okay.
Yeah. They were like, I guess they felt bad or something.
Okay.
So they felt sorry for her. They decided to let her stay. Lou, the boyfriend, was not happy about that. And I wouldn't be either.
Yeah. To be clear, yeah.
So they brought the doll back.
Okay.
Or they kept it. Anyway. One night, Donna was not home. Remember, Donna is the owner of the doll. Yeah. Donna's not home. Angie and Lou were home. They were packing up for a road trip that they were going to go on.
Mm-hmm.
And as Lou passed by the kitchen, he passed through the kitchen. He passed by Donna's room, and he heard noises coming from the room, like shuffling noises.
Mm.
And
they know that Donna is out.
They
doing
know
Donna
Donna's
things.
out, and since Donna is out, he's thinking maybe it's some sort of burglar, like broke into the window or something.
Yeah. I mean, if that's the information I have, yeah. That's what I think too.
So Lou opens the door.
Yeah.
And the room's empty.
Mm.
But Annabelle is sitting in the corner on the floor.
Mm.
So Lou starts walking towards Annabelle, and then he feels like somebody is watching him from behind him. So he turns around. You're so dumb. I'm trying to do a build-up here.
Sorry.
No, you're funny. Okay. No. Keep that in, by the way. Don't edit that out. You better not. So he feels like someone's watching him. Shut up. That's why we don't record it in the evening. That's why we record in the mornings.
Listen, I have just done 2 tours of a 3-tour day. I am loopy all over the place.
I just had a full day at work. I'm yawning.
Yeah.
Okay. So, Lou feels like there's somebody behind him. He turns around, looks at the door. Nobody's there. He turns back to Annabelle, and then he feels a burning sensation on his chest.
Huh.
He lifts up his shirt, and there are distinct scratches on his chest, like singed into his chest.
All right.
Yeah. So now Annabelle's getting violent.
Yeah, no kidding.
The scratches went away after a couple days, but it was enough for them to call a priest.
Yeah, no kidding.
They called the priest to help them. The priest didn't really take it seriously. It actually, I have an article here that is from 1960. Oh, yeah, 1987.
Okay.
Talking about the case. So I'm just going to quote. Annabelle had a tendency to give psychic slashes to people she didn't like, drawing blood as if she had used a knife, Warren said. And when a visiting priest threw her across the room, declaring that no doll is stronger than God, the doll devil got even. He was right. No doll or demon is stronger than God, Warren said, but a demon is stronger than a man or a priest. After leaving the Warren house that day, the priest ran his new car into a tree. He was okay.
Okay. Well,
but the
good.
last thing he remembered was seeing Annabelle before the accident. So basically, they call the priest. Priest is like, "This is out of my hands." He calls Lorraine and Ed Warren.
Okay.
I'm assuming the people listening know who they are. If you don't, they were very famous demonologists in the 1970s and 80s.
With dubious levels of veracity, depending on who you ask.
Yeah. I mean, anyone that has the title of demonologist, you're going to figure out if they're legit or not. I mean, it really depends on what your scale is as opposed to what you believe and how much you believe.
Yeah. And also, there's a lot of, they said that they would help spiritual stuff, like move the demons along in addition to researching what they are.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway.
I might do another episode on Amityville because
that's a whole thing.
That is a whole thing. But anyway, so they called the Warrens. The Warrens, so Ed was a demonologist and Lorraine was like a psychic medium. Mm-hmm. So she did another reading, and that's when she told the girls, oh, yeah, no, this is not a little girl. This is a demon, and demons don't possess dolls. Demons only possess humans. So essentially, what this demon is doing is it's controlling the doll and making it seem like it's possessed, and it tricked the other medium into thinking it was a little girl. But really, this demon is after your soul,
Okay.
after Donna's soul.
So for me, again, I come at the Warrens with a little bit of a side eye, with a
Yeah.
moderate amount of a side eye. And so for this, that sounds too much like a yes and. Yes, it fooled the thing, and instead it's a whatever. That feels too much like
I mean,
too
listen,
conflicting.
I'm more likely to believe it's a demon than believe it's a little girl that's has blood and is slashing people.
Yeah, like of the two, like I would like demonic tracks more to me. However, comma, then like how good are the demon's masking skills? Right? Like how can a demon pass for a kid when you're featuring the blood and the moving independently and the whatever?
Yeah.
Like be a
That
kid or
demon
don't.
has either been around kids or has not been around kids. Honestly, there's some kids where I'm like, that tracks. The blood and the
Yeah.
scratching.
Yeah. Yeah.
But
Anyway,
so the Warrens take the doll, they take Annabelle, they put her in a sack, and they make sure not to drive on the highways because they know that this demon will try to mess up the car, maybe crash it. While they're driving to their home, to their place, the car does keep having trouble. It keeps stopping. Eventually they have to like put holy water into the sack just so that they can get to their museum. Annabelle then resided in their occult museum in a little glass box in which it has a door and a sign that says warning, positively do not open,
okay.
because they figure if she's in locked in this box, then she can't like go around the museum
And
harassing.
screw up with other things.
Yes.
Okay. Here's the thing. Here's an issue that I have. If I'm a demon and I have beyond earthly powers.
Why would I be able to be locked up in a little box?
Exactly. Like, and how do these people know what my kryptonite is? Like,
Maybe they blessed the box or something.
and okay, but
Maybe
like,
they put crucifixes on it. I have to double check this box.
listen, we should put that on a shirt. Listen, if I'm a demon. Anyway,
It looks like there's a tarot card on the box.
what's the card?
I don't know.
Hang
I
on, let me
wish
see.
I knew tarot.
Here, I know tarot. What is it?
Here.
Okay.
Is that a tarot card or is that just
that is a tarot card?
Mhm.
The card in question is the devil card, which is not what that's used for.
Maybe they just put that there to warn people that it is a devil. You know what I mean? Like
Okay.
aesthetically, it looks like something you don't want to touch.
So
Anyway, apparently also there, like, she does not like being mocked. Like there was a guy who was being mocking to her and like tapping on the glass and being like, do your worst to me. And then he got into a motorcycle accident like when he was driving away and died. I don't know the true, like there's no names associated with that. So I don't know how true that is, but
yeah,
she's
so
been known to cause crashes.
to mess with people.
Yeah.
Yeah, and so here's the thing with tarot.
Mm-hmm.
I say this as someone who's vaguely pagan and uses tarot as a meditation tool. Many times the tarot should stay as a meditation tool. The Devil card, this is from Guided Tarot for Seamless Readings by Stephanie Capone. The devil is misunderstood and widely believed to be an ill omen. There's nothing to fear from the devil once the meeting is illuminated.
It's like the death card. Like it doesn't mean you're going to
Yeah.
die or
No,
something.
correct. So the devil card is all about sort of recognizing sabotage, recognizing the things that you are doing incorrectly in your own life. Similar to the death card, it looks kind of scary,
Mm-hmm.
but all it really means is it's you that's getting things messed up.
Mm-hmm.
The card you have to worry about is the tower, because the tower is like everything's going wrong and everything is chaos and everything is awful. The tower is the card that is like, okay, only good could come once all of this is over, but you have to get through all of this first. But the devil card is meant to be a self-reflective into your own vices.
Well, if the devil card could mean sabotage, then theoretically, if it's just pinned there as a reminder, that could be, or like I said, it could just be aesthetically like pleasing.
Ooh, scary.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
As of today, I think she's still in the occult museum.
Okay.
So, I think it's in Connecticut. If anybody wants to visit, I will not be visiting.
Even
if
not
it's
either.
fake, I don't want to risk it.
Yep. Exactly. Anyway.
Speaking of another doll in another museum,
Okay.
how familiar are you with Robert the doll?
Ooh, very loosely.
Yes. So to me, this is a very interesting little guy. He's not little. He's about 40 inches tall.
Oh, damn.
Yeah, he's big. So
It's a little over 3 feet.
yes,
Or slightly
like a meter.
meter and a little bit. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. So we're gonna now transition.
Ooh.
Our second doll that we're gonna talk about today is Robert. So Robert the doll is a one-of-a-kind handmade doll created around the turn of the 20th century, given to Robert Eugene Otto, who remembers just Gene, when Gene was 3 years old. His grandfather bought the doll during a trip to Germany and brought it back to his grandson.
And they're living in Florida?
Key West, Florida, yeah.
Yeah, okay. For some reason, I thought this had a Caribbean element to it for some reason.
Yeah. So
there is a Caribbean
sources.
element.
Well, no, yes and no. Sources, according to legend, the doll was given to him by a girl from the Bahamas.
Okay.
And I reject that because the doll was given to him by his grandfather, and I feel like they just kind of put the
Bahamian element as
to
like,
make it like
exoticism.
spooky and exotic. So originally, like my original thing is, oh, it was his grandfather, and then I saw according to legend, a little girl who wanted to get back at him gave him this doll, and I'm like, it seems like it makes more sense that it was his grandfather who gave him a birthday present.
Yeah.
So
lots
I
of
reject
birthday presents today, huh?
Yeah, birthday dolls. That should be
Is it
the
because
name.
my birthday's on Friday? Is that why you chose this? Obviously.
Lisa, I can't wait for you to open your present.
Listen, if this apartment gets haunted, this apartment is too good of a deal to get haunted. Good Lord.
All right. Well, then you can even have a cheaper deal. You could be like, hey, to your landlord, be like, so turns out this place has been haunted, so you should give me a discount.
Anyway.
Okay, so Robert, being a 3-year-old, decided to name his doll after himself. So we're going to name it now Robert the doll and
Gene the human.
Gene the human.
Okay.
Also, when you Google pictures of Robert the doll, he is wearing a little sailor suit.
Okay.
That suit did not come with the doll originally, which tells us that it was one of Gene's outfits that he put on the doll.
Was Gene the same size as this doll?
Yeah, like
Okay.
3 feet tall. I mean,
3.5 feet tall.
he probably, wouldn't be surprised if he was a little shorter and then grew into it.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
But this doll and Gene treated this doll like it was his best friend.
Okay.
Also, apparently, when this doll was first made, it was probably started out as a set of dolls that it started out in a set of dolls that were fabricated for window displays of clowns or jesters. Like it used to be, has to have little jester paintings on it, which I think is cute, but also it makes it like a very much a one of a kind doll. Like this, this is probably why the grandfather was like, for my grandson,
I shall do the one of a kind.
I shall do the one of a kind doll.
Yeah.
He was given to Gene. Gene loved the doll. Gene would play with the doll every day. He would carry it around with him. And apparently he used to use the doll to blame, like if he would get in trouble, Gene would go, I didn't do it, Robert did it.
Oh yeah, like how my stuffed dog like knocked over the whatever. It's like, oh, that wasn't me, that was Sarah.
Exactly. Yeah. I didn't do it, Robert did it. And a part of me is thinking, if it is a haunted doll, I'm like, how much was he telling the truth?
Yeah. Because again, I mean, at that age group, I'm no child expert, but at that age group, they're just testing out. It's the first wave of testing out what you can get away with, featuring verbal skills.
Yes.
Or so I understand. Like, you're the child expert. You know better than I do.
Yeah. So at 3 years old, 3 and 4, they're pretty good with language. They're also pretty good at understanding consequence. So I would not be surprised if he just decided to blame the doll for things.
Oh, because he knows, like, if he lies or something, that there's gonna get a punishment.
I think he knows, oh no, I broke this vase. If I say I broke the vase, then I'm not going to get supper or something.
Yeah.
You know, 3-year-olds are very smart.
Yeah.
Anyway, so this doll was with him throughout his childhood.
Yeah.
I also want to say that similar to Annabelle, he's like he's cloth, but I think he has like wool inside, and he's a little more sturdy than Annabelle.
Yeah.
But
more likely to stand on its own.
So apparently Gene's parents would sometimes hear their son talking to the doll, normal, it's a doll he loves, but they would also hear a response. And they thought maybe he's just talking for the doll, but they would hear response in a different voice than Gene's voice.
And it's like a different beyond like, well, I can pitch my voice a little bit lower and I can pitch it.
It was different enough that it seemed like alarming to them. Yeah. I don't know what the voice sounded like. I don't know if it was like another child's voice. I don't know if it was like a 40-year-old man's voice.
Yeah.
But
it's different enough that it's not somebody like, oh, I'm doing the voice right now, blah, blah, blah. Yeah.
They also noticed that the doll would sometimes change expressions when they spoke in its company. So, like, this is a cloth doll. Its eyes are 2 little beads, and it like everything else is just kind of stitched. It should not have expressions.
Yeah, beyond like if you have 3 stitches as a smiley mouth, then you can't necessarily move it.
Exactly. Yeah. Robert continued to live with Gene through his lifetime. Gene went off to art school. The doll stayed in his parents' house. Gene eventually got married, came back, moved in with his wife Anne into his parents' house. And he was reunited with Gene.
Okay.
With Robert. Gene was reunited with Robert.
Yeah.
Anne did not like Robert. She felt uncomfortable with Robert. She felt uncomfortable in his presence. And she was like, if you're going to have this doll, you got to lock it up. So basically, Gene was like, okay. So he like put him up in like the top room in one of the rooms that he would paint in sometimes.
Okay.
So like,
Up in an attic somewhere.
Up in the attic, and he would go paint and have Robert, I get them mixed up, have Robert just sitting there. So Gene lived in the house until he died.
Mm-hmm.
He died at age 73.
Mm-hmm.
And then the doll stayed in the house as well.
Mm-hmm.
I think the house got sold, and sold the house with the doll in it. And it got bought, and it's kind of like a museum.
Okay.
And visitors to this house, which we call the artist house, sometimes report hearing footsteps.
Okay.
They sometimes report hearing giggling and like childish giggling. So now I'm thinking maybe the voice that was a child. And neighborhood children have described seeing Robert watching them from the attic window.
Hate that.
Those children actually gave accounts of the doll mocking them as they walked in the front of the house.
Okay, follow-up question. How does a doll mock a human?
I'm guessing changing expressions.
Okay.
Maybe like if mimicking them or something.
Yeah.
I don't know. I hate the idea of a doll watching me from the attic window.
No kidding.
There have been tenants that rent rooms. Oh yeah, so at the artist house, it's a museum, and you can also, it's like also something that you can sleep at.
Okay.
It's not, I don't think it's quite a hotel, but it's like they rent out rooms that you can. So people renting rooms have heard footsteps. A plumber heard giggling and found that the doll that was in the room with him had moved across the room on its own.
Hate that.
I hate that too. And then there was a newspaper reporter named Malcolm Ross who visited Robert, and Ross's friends told him the backstory of the doll. And by the way, Gene really loved this doll. He bought furniture for this doll. He bought like doll's furniture. He like made his own little room for the doll.
Okay. That sends me down a different line of questioning, but okay.
So when Malcolm Ross, this reporter, was talking to people, they were having a conversation about the furniture in the room. And then Malcolm noticed there was a change in the doll's expression, like he was following the conversation.
Okay.
Which is the same thing that Gene's parents had mentioned.
Yeah.
This is a quote from an article. One of the men made a comment about what an old fool Gene Otto must have been. Robert's expression turned into one of disdain. Quote, there was some kind of intelligence there. The doll was listening to us.
Dun, dun, dun.
I know. There are also, similar to the Bodhi thing, do you remember when we talked about Bodhi and I said that people might take things from Bodhi, and then if you guys haven't listened to that episode, go listen to it.
Yeah.
And then think that they're cursed and then write letters being like,
Here's
take
the
it
thing
back.
Sorry.
Yeah, I don't want it. Robert also gets a bunch of apology letters because apparently if you go visit him, you have to ask permission to take his photo.
Huh. Do you then need to wait for a response? Or
Yes.
Okay.
I think if something happens that makes you think no, then don't. And also if he gives permission, then you should be fine.
Okay.
Let me just read you some excerpts of some of these letters that people sent. This is from a person named James C.
Okay.
Quote, Dear Robert, I just wanted to apologize for taking a picture before I asked permission. I must not have heard the instructions correctly before I photographed you. Since our meeting, I have suffered a series of heartbreaking misfortune. Please forgive me.
Okay.
Again, please accept my sincere apologies, and if you see fit to forgive and end the bad luck, I would appreciate it, as would my family.
Oh my God.
I know. This is a letter from somebody called Eric D.
Okay.
Quote, I would like to start off by apologizing to you for being rude and taking your picture without having your permission. When I initially asked you for permission and almost immediately started having chest pains, I should have known that it wasn't okay to take your picture.
Oh my God.
Again, I am truly sorry for not listening to you. Since visiting you about 3 years ago, my house has been struck by lightning 3 times. Also, a rental home I was scheduled to vacation at caught fire the night before I was to check in. 2 nights later, the rental home we were able to stay at was struck by lightning as well. End quote.
Okay.
What?
Not to be that guy. Are we sure this person didn't piss off Zeus and not Robert?
I think maybe he's checking all his boxes here.
He's right into the Temple of Zeus as well.
He's writing to everyone. This one is from Andrea H. Quote, about 11 years ago, I visited you and I made the worst mistake of my life. I thought it would be funny to take your picture without your permission. Boy, was I wrong. So much bad has happened in my life, and I know it's because I disrespected you, and I'm sorry I did that. I really hope you can forgive me, Robert. End quote.
Okay.
Oh. Yeah, this one's by Carol. I am writing to apologize for my attitude and behavior towards you in the past. I belittled, demeaned, and ridiculed you, and have accepted the consequences that you have rendered on my friends and me. It is time to make amends, and I ask you to accept my sincerest apologies.
Okay. Okay.
So basically, the moral of this story:
don't photograph people and/or objects without their permission.
Don't piss off haunted dolls.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay.
So my follow-up question was going to be, why dolls? Like, why do we find dolls creepy? But I think that we kind of already answered that in the beginning.
It's like, it's uncanny valley-ish.
It's this weird uncanny. It's like almost a person, not quite a person.
Still in the likeness of a person.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Dolls are they're literally a representation of us as people. But like, they're similar to the Black Eyed Children episode. That was a long time ago. That it's almost a bastardization of the innocence of childhood.
Huh.
You know?
Interesting.
Like, a child's supposed to be innocent. A doll is supposed to be a plaything for a child. And then you take it and it's
something entirely different. And rendered into something entirely
exactly
different. Yeah.
That it's like the complete opposite of what it's supposed to be.
Yeah.
I think that's probably also why, like, and then that mixed with the uncanniness. I'm sure that there's many thought pieces about this, but this is just what I'm thinking off the fly. I think that it's like a combination of, it's uncanny because it's human, but it's also uncanny because it's supposed to be the thing that is safe. And suddenly it's not safe.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. Any thoughts on that?
No, I think you're right. But with all that said, if you want more content, follow us on Instagram at drearymidnightpod. If you have other haunted, spooky doll stories,
oh my God, please
send us an email.
I would love to read those.
drearymidnightpodcast@gmail.com. Also, we're looking to collect stories about haunted hotels. So if you have a haunted hotel experience, send us an email as well. Like, rate, review, subscribe, any place on the internet. That really does help us appease the algorithm gods. Oh yeah, if you want to support us with money, patreon.com/drearymidnight. And with all that said, don't haunt a doll, or I'm gonna haunt you. And safe travels.
Maybe don't give a haunted doll for a birthday present.
Yeah. This is Lisa at Celeste right now. My birthday's on Friday. Don't do it. All right.
It's so tempting.
And safe travels home on this dreary midnight. Good night.
Good night.